do to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Umar Ahmed, IFL TV, joined by victorious Campbell Hatton. Tom Ansell, probably the first real name you've boxed, Campbell. So to get a win over Tom, you must be delighted with tonight.
Yeah, really happy with that. It was the perfect step up at the right time. I think he boxed at a good, he's got boxed at title level, and he came to win. I think I've boxed people with winning records before, but I think when it come to it on the night, for whatever reason, they didn't really have the same ambition as the fight went on, whereas he wanted it from start to finish. He was strong, he was tough, and he was seasoned as well, so he made it. It's the first time I've got 8 rounds under my belt, and he made it a tough 8 rounds, which is it's better than an 8 rounds where I'm going through the motions, so I think it was exactly what we needed.
Do you want that though? Someone, as you said, you have boxed people with winning records before, but a domestic partner as well to share the ring with, and someone us hardcore boxing fans really know.
Yeah, like I say, it was a big opportunity for him tonight, and he's had a lot of notice. It's not like it's been sprung on him. He's had pretty much the same notice as I have. Like we got the opponent confirmed within a few days of finding out we was boxing ourselves. So, that was the best version of Tom Ansell, and I thought I handled him really comfortably, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, it was a hard fight, and he made me work my bollocks off for it. But he came to win, and I think the ref gave him a couple of rounds. I wouldn't have. I don't think he deserved to win a couple. I think definitely share some of the later rounds where I was in sort of new waters, but I thought I was showing a lot more boxing. I thought my jab was good, and I was using some good movement, and I've not really done that in my career so far, so I think that's another box ticked. And it was my third 8 rounder, but it's the first time it's gone past 5, so that's another thing we wanted to get under my belt.
Campbell, landing on him wasn't an issue, but was the stoppage on your mind? Were you putting pressure on yourself to get the stoppage?
I knew it wouldn't be a case of hitting him and it'd be getting out of there. He got stopped in his last fight early, but I don't think it really did him justice, to be honest. I think he got caught early, got caught a bit cold, which can happen, and he capitalised on it, his opponent. So I think he is better than that shown, and like I say, I knew it'd take a bit of getting out of there. So I think there was a couple of moments where I really had him going, and I think I shown that maturity and composure where I spotted that he weren't quite ready for the finish, and I started going up and down the gears, which again I've not done that in the past. So I think I'm just showing that I'm just getting that experience and more maturity with each fight.
Feel like you've come a long way?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm a completely different fighter than my first few fights, and I think you ask anyone, they'll say the same. I've been in the gym, like this is my 3rd year as a pro, and barring the odd week here and there, I've been non-stop. You won't find anyone more dedicated. I've lived in the gym for years because I've got that catching up to do compared to some of these top amateurs, but I think I am starting to make up that ground now, and it's down to my activity and just constantly being in the gym working on things.
Campbell, where do we go from here? Win over Tom Ansell. I know Aqib Fiaz, who also has been matchroom, has been calling your name. So is that something you'd possibly entertain? I know he's got to win his fight that's coming up, but where do we go from here?
Yeah, the Fiaz fight, it gets mentioned a lot. I think people like the idea of it, like for the Manchester perspective, but I think we're about 3 weights apart at the minute. Like say, that'd be massive in Manchester, and down the line if it gets a bit more realistic, and like it's never actually been mentioned amongst anyone other than little bits in social media. Like it's never been put to any of us, so I'm just concentrating on me. I think a title this year is well in my reach. I think having done that 8 rounds and a tough 8 rounds, even though we've always had good belief in my engine, I think like when you've done a fight like that where it is so physically demanding, it always stands you in good stead just for the rest of your career. And so I think it's just a case of getting another one of them under my belt and then take it from there. I'll leave it to Matt, but I think back end of this year I should have a belt round my waist.
Congrats on the victory. Just lastly, before I let you go, you reckon Arsenal might pip you this season?
Do I shite?
Good answer. As a Chelsea fan, I like that answer. I'd rather City than Arsenal. So listen, Campbell, well done tonight, and yeah, we look forward to your next fight, all right?
Top man.
Not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,